If you take anything from this video, take this from this video. Hi, it's Sarah here and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to be talking about how to have a productive day at work, and this video is more geared towards people who work in the office or work from home, but if you don't work in either of those environments, that is totally okay. I'm sure that there are some tips that you can take from this video still. The reason I'm gearing this video towards those people is because those are the types of jobs that I've worked, so I can kind of give more of advice towards those types of topics. So I definitely still recommend watching this video and seeing if there's anything in it for you that could be helpful. And before we officially get into this, I just want to say that the number one thing I've truly learned about how to be the most productive with anything in life is to basically get yourself to 100%. For example, if your mental state is not well, then your day is likely not going to be well. But if you start the day feeling really great, your day is likely going to be really great. A lot of the times our life and the things we say and the things we think will be impacted by the way that we are feeling. So basically the tips in this video are to help you to get yourself to 100%. Obviously there are plenty of things in life that we can't control that are going to affect our mental health, but no matter what, we still choose how we let things affect us. And so I just hope that this video will help you and that you really actually will take some of these tips and will actually implement them into your routine. And I am not saying that I am perfect, that I know everything, because I'm sure there are plenty of other things I could add to this list. But this is just the things that I've done that have really helped me, and I would definitely consider myself a productive and a very efficient person. So I feel somewhat qualified to talk about this. So I hope you enjoy. So first things first, your productive day will actually start the day before. So before bed, maybe prep your breakfast, get your clothes ready, and anything else that you can get ready beforehand just so that you have a little bit more time in your routine the next morning. And also, as usual, having a good night's sleep is going to help you as well. And I know we can only all help this so much, depending what stage of life that we are in or what is going on in our life at the moment. But getting a good night's sleep is going to help set you up for a day of success. So then the day of is to have a morning routine that you like. So if you're gonna get up in the morning, you obviously want to be looking forward to something, and if you're not looking forward to something, it's gonna be a lot harder to wake up. So if you plan a routine that you enjoy, or at least have pieces in it that you enjoy, you're going to be more likely to get up feeling good, and you're going to be excited to wake up or excited to go on with your routine and do the things in your routine. I also did just do a video on my morning routine, my work from home morning routine, so I will link that up above and down below so that you can go and watch that. So some things that you can add into your morning routine are to do something for your mind, such as reading a book, your Bible, devotion, maybe praying or meditating or journaling, doing something to really stimulate the mind and something to also sort of wake your mind up for the day, but you're not taking in so much content that it's overwhelming. Just based off experience from what I've experienced in my life and seeing from other people, it's not a good recommendation to get on social media right away. Ideally, don't get on social media during your entire morning routine, and don't watch the news or read the news during your morning routine either. You just want to really start your day feeling good and fresh, and you want to be taking in things that are going to be good for your mind. The next thing to add into your morning routine is to do something to fuel your body. So whether that is eating a really good breakfast or taking a walk or drinking something healthy for you, just something that kind of adds some good nutrients to your body, or that kind of raises your endorphins, you know, makes you feel good. The next thing to add into your routine is to do something productive. So something that will make you be like, yes, I got something done already today, which is why a lot of people will make their bed in the morning, because that kind of does that for some people. Sometimes it's cleaning up your kitchen or putting away the dishes from the dishwasher, or tidying up your living room, or maybe it's vacuuming, or you know, something like that. To find what it is that makes you feel good and productive, and it can just be a quick 2-minute thing that you do every morning. And the last thing that you should definitely add into your morning routine is to get yourself ready for the day. Now, it doesn't have to be the same for everybody. Some people like to do their full hair and makeup, they put on a suit because they work in the office or something like that. Even if you work from home, it's totally fine to wear leggings if that's what you feel comfortable in all day. I do it almost every single day I work from home. I don't even usually do like my hair or makeup, but it's just enough that, you know, brush my hair, do my skincare, that kind of stuff, just to make me feel ready for the day. So if I needed to go out in public or something like that, I would feel presentable enough to do so. So the next thing to do to help you feel productive for the day, this doesn't specifically relate to a morning routine, this is just part of your day in general, is to listen to something that makes you feel good or that uplifts you. So that can be, for me, it's Christian music. I love listening to a St. Louis radio station, 99.1. It just is very uplifting music. It makes me feel good. I know all the songs, so I enjoy singing along in my head. But you could also listen to a podcast that is very motivating or something that is just kind of relaxing. You, again, don't want to be taking in so much content. So you don't want to listen to a podcast that's all about finances in the stock markets or about 10 things to do in your home today, or, you know, something like that. You don't want to be taking in so much because that's going to make you feel stressed for the day. You want to listen to something that's calming, that's kind of waking you up for the day, that's just relaxing, and that helps you just to feel good. So the first thing to do when you get to work is to cut distractions. This is something that I struggle with a lot, actually. I've always kind of struggled with it because we have cell phones. So it's easy to get distracted by your cell phone, whether that's getting notifications for comments on social media or getting notifications from YouTube saying somebody's posted a video. I get that a lot because I get a lot of alerts from people posting videos. Or just getting a text or a call from somebody. So silencing your phone is going to help with this. If you can't silence your phone because you might get a call from your children or something like that, iPhones have a way that you can set up a work like mode. Basically, it's kind of like do not disturb, but it's set for work. It'll turn on as soon as you get to the location of your office space, or you can just turn it on like when you work from home. And you can tell it you only want notifications from these certain people. You can tell it the apps that you want notifications from and all those types of things, so you have a lot less distractions, and that has actually been very helpful for me. Of course, if I still go on my phone, I can still see them, but it's not notifying me and making me distracted in the middle of my work day. See, there's one right there, just went right off. The next thing you should do right when you get to work is to review your to-do list. Ideally, you've had a to-do list created from the day before where you can see all the things you have to do today, or maybe you have it in an email, or maybe you have it in your CRM system or something like that. And just review all the things that you need to do today and prioritize what needs to be done first. So kind of like an A category, like this stuff needs to be done today. B is things that should definitely be done today but could be done tomorrow. C is like things that can hold off a couple of days, something like that. And then that will help you structure your day. So the next thing to do is to time block your day. And I know some people can time block their day and then they still just won't stick to it. So it's also important to make sure you stick to your time blocking. So I will just show you this example of a random time block that I created. I based it off of an 8 to 4:30 schedule that's including a half an hour lunch break in there. So when you're creating a time block, it's important to group similar tasks together. So if you know you have a bunch of phone calls to make, even if they're for different things like related to different projects, it's easier to do all the phone calls at one time because you're already on the phone. Or the same thing with emails. Group your emails together. Don't be answering emails all day long. It can be really distracting whenever you get an email while you're in the middle of a task and then you go and look at the email, you have to think of a reply, you type up all this stuff, maybe you have to send them something, so then you're looking at something else and you're attaching a file. So then it's a whole bunch of other steps that have been taken, so then you're already out of your train of thought for what you were already working on. So then you have to go back to your task and you're really like you're not saving yourself time by doing that at all. So when you're doing your time blocking, set out a scheduled 10 to 15 minutes multiple times a day to check your email, and only check your email at those times. turn off your desktop notifications for emails. Only look at them at that moment, because if it's something urgent, that person will give you a phone call. It's okay if they wait a couple hours for you to answer them. The next thing to note when making your time blocking schedule is to do the tough tasks first, or the tasks that you don't enjoy. This is because most people are most energetic during the morning hours of the day, or your brain is at its freshest, something like that, especially if you've already had a good morning routine, you've kind of started your day off well. So if you do those harder tasks first, you'll be thanking yourself later, because a lot of people know you can kind of hit that afternoon slump where you're really just ready to go home and be done for the day, and your brain doesn't want to work anymore. So it's always important to get those things done first. Just get them out of the way. You'll be more efficient that way. And then obviously it's important to next do your tasks that have to be done for the day. And obviously if those are tough tasks, you already have them done. And after that, in the afternoon, when you're feeling that slump where you're ready to go home, that's a good time to do any tasks that you enjoy, or maybe tasks that are very easy to do or something like that. Another thing that you can add into your time blocking schedule is time for new tasks to be added. So you might get an email from your boss telling you they need you to get this certain thing done that day, and then you'll know, okay, I have this time block set aside right before lunch to do that, or maybe you have a time block right before and right after lunch or something like that to focus on those tasks, get them done during that time. Or if it has to be done at that exact moment, then just kind of rearrange your schedule. Also make sure to allocate time to preparing for meetings, and also time after meetings to track your notes or to type them into a Google Doc or something like that, so that you can have them all in the correct places. I always do this directly after any meeting that I have. I'll take all my handwritten notes that I have, I'll type them into like the CRM system or my calendar, and I'll create tasks for myself, so then I can just throw away that piece of paper, I can forget it from my mind, and then it will come up as I need it to come up. It's also important to take mental breaks during your day. So the Pomodoro technique, I don't know if I'm saying that right, advises working for 25 minutes, then taking a 3 to 5 minute break, and then do that about 4 times or so. And then once you've hit 60 to 90 minutes, take about a 15-minute break. So that's what is recommended to really keep on top of your productivity and to keep your mental state as clear as it can be throughout the day. And I know that's a lot for some people, or your boss may not like that or something like that. So maybe at least schedule in some 5 to 10 minute breaks throughout the day, just to either go look at your phone if you want to, answer some texts and stuff like that, maybe just step outside for a minute, something like that, so that you can just take a little bit of a mental break. And schedule this in 4 or 5 times a day, which I know again sounds like a lot because most companies don't allow that or offer it, but just try it out. So also be sure to set alarms or reminders when it's time for a task to be done. So whenever your tough task time is up, if it's something that you can hold off on until the next day, then do so. Or kind of rearrange your time slot to account for doing more towards that task, or maybe pushing off something later in the day that can be pushed off. The reason for being sure that you stop at the correct times is to, again, just really help your productivity, help kind of keep your brain just moving along, and to keep yourself as sharp as possible. The next thing I have to say is to make sure to take your lunch break. There are so many people who don't take their lunch break and they'll just eat at their desk, or they don't eat it at all because they're busy or whatever it is. And I understand there are the occasional days where you truthfully it just does not fit in, but make it fit in. Make it fit in. Like, don't schedule meetings during that time, set aside 12 to 12:30 every single day, or whatever time it is, to be your lunch break. Do not take anything during that day or during that time. You need to have that time for yourself, and I guarantee you it is going to help you be so much more productive and to feel so much better. Make sure to eat something that's nourishing during that time. Maybe take a walk, get some sunshine. Even if the sun's not out, just walking, helps you to feel a little bit better in general. If you're in your own office space, maybe do some stretching, or if talking to other people really helps to make you feel good, then go spend some time talking to coworkers. Or if being by yourself makes you feel more regenerated, then go outside in your car and spend 5 to 10 minutes just by yourself listening to music or whatever it is. Do whatever you need to do to regenerate, because you still have a good, 3 to 5 hours more of work, and you need to be able to get through that. So take your lunch break and do what you need to do to regenerate. One thing that is going to help you so much, and if you take anything from this video, take this from this video. Say no to unreasonable tasks. Just say no. Because every single time that you say yes to doing an activity, you are saying no to something else. That could be spending more time with your kids. That could be being able to go on a walk after work. That might be going to the gym after work. Because when you say yes to doing a project with somebody else, or helping somebody with something that they really don't need your help on, or that they could ask somebody else about, is taking time away from a different part of your day, and your time is important and your time is valuable. Successful and productive people are very good at saying no because they know that their time is important and they understand that and they want to have that time and they know what they're capable of doing, and if they can't put 100% into helping this other person, then they shouldn't help them. But so instead of just saying, nope, sorry, you could say no, but so-and-so might be able to help you, or no, but I do have this article that you could maybe reference, or no, but here's some instructions on how to do it. So you don't have to just say no, sorry, I can't help you out, you're screwed. You can say no and still provide help in a way that's not going to take a lot of your time. And the last thing that I have written down is to spend 15 minutes at the end of each day just to organize your space and to prepare your to-do list for the next day. I'm sure that everybody can agree with me when I say that if you have a cluttered space, you will likely have a cluttered mind. You know, especially if you're a visual person, if you see all this clutter and everything like that, you're going to just feel so overwhelmed and you're not going to feel good. So if you're coming into an office to start out your day and that is what your space looks like, you're going to be so frustrated and upset with yourself, and your day is just not going to get off on the right foot. So doing that, cleaning out your space, putting away any papers you need to, maybe wiping down your desk if that's something you want to do, whatever it is that you need to clear your space, I highly recommend doing it. And then also with creating your to-do list, it's very important to do this the day before, because then all those thoughts and things that you have going on in your mind are all in one place. If you had post-it notes you were writing throughout the day, write them all down, put them in a calendar, something like that, so that they're on a piece of paper. Throw those post-it notes away, which gets rid of clutter, and two, gets all those things out of your mind so you can just forget about them. And then when you come in the next day and you see it written down, you're going to remember. Just doing anything you can to have a less cluttered mind, a less cluttered space, to give you a more productive day and to be at 100%. So that is all that I have for you guys, and I did reference some articles when creating this along with just my own knowledge, so I will put those articles down in the description box below if you want to check them out. And I just hope that this really helped you. I hope that you enjoyed it, that you get some ideas from it, that you can implement some of these into your daily routine so that you can be your most productive self at work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you take care and that you're doing well. Bye.